Hello students, welcome to our class. In today's lecture we are going to learn about division of integers. You have learned up to multiplication of integers and you know how to multiply two integers, or you also know that what are the properties of multiplication of integers. Okay, you have learned this all, but before starting division of integers I would like to revise some concepts about multiplication of integers. Okay, so before starting division let's have a look on this. So first of all, multiplication of integers. So in multiplication of integers you have learned some properties. That is, very first property is when we multiply negative integer by positive integer, then what we'll get, we multiply them as whole number and take minus sign outside. Second property is what, when we multiply positive integer by negative integer, then first we multiply them as whole number and taking minus sign outside. And what is third property, when we multiply negative integer by negative integer, then we multiply them as whole number and taking plus sign outside. Okay, so what properties say that when we multiply negative by positive we get negative, when we multiply positive by negative then we get negative, when we multiply negative by negative then we get positive integer. Okay, just revise this part. Okay, also you have learned that one more property about addition and subtraction. What is that property? Subtraction is inverse operation of addition. Means what? What's the this property says that suppose we have the addition that 4 plus 8 is equal to 12, then we write, what we can write, 12 minus 8 is equal to 4, and also we can write 12 minus 4 is equal to 8. Why we can write this? Because addition is a inverse subtraction is a inverse operation of addition. When, that is, when this plus 8 goes to opposite side then it will get minus, that is 12 minus 8. Therefore we write 12 minus 8, and that is 12 minus 8 is equal to 4. When this 4 gets to opposite side it will get minus, therefore we write 12 minus 4, and what's remain 8, that is 12 minus 8 is equal to 4 and 12 minus 4 is equal to 8. This property explains that subtraction is inverse operation of addition. Okay, why I'm revise this part, because this will be used in division of integers, that's why I am revising this. Okay, so addition statement gives you two subtraction statement. Okay, so now let's start the division. Let's start the division. So before starting division of integers, just forget about the integers, only think about division. You have learned division, means in before 7th standard also you have learned that how to divide two numbers. Okay, so division, when we have any two numbers, means suppose a and b are any two numbers, then how we can write division? We write in this way, a divided by b, and also we can write in this way, a upon b. Means this is the way, means how we can write division of two numbers. So this is the way, and we read it as, how we read it as a is divided by b, or also we can read it as a is divisible by b, or also we can read it as b divides a. So these three ways to read, but we use only this way, a is divided by b. Means when we write this term, we read it as a is divided by b. Okay, or we can write in this way also, and also we read it as a is divided by b, or second way a is divisible by b, or third way b divides a, b divides a. Okay, this is the uh, representation, means how to represent division, and this is the way how to read. So we use this representation, means you and read it as a is divided by b only. You can use this representation also. Okay, so this is division. So you have learned that division of whole numbers, means you know what is 15 upon 3, that is when 15 is divided by 3, what will get this 5. Okay, that is, this is the division of whole numbers. 15 is whole numbers and 3 is also whole number. When we divide 15 by 3, we get 5. So you know about the division, and also you know about the division of whole numbers. So today we have to learn about division of integers. So what is difference between whole numbers and integers? You know about the division of whole numbers, means how to divide two whole numbers, you have learned this. But what is about the division of integers? We know what are the integers. Integers are 0, 1, 2, up to so on, and -1, -2, -3, up to so on. These are the integers. Okay, so you know when this actually you know division of whole number. Let's see, this is number, positive integer, and this is also positive integer. So when we divide positive integer by positive, we get positive integer. So this means we know about the positive integers, these. So we know about these integers. Then what about these negative integers? What will happen when we divide negative integer by negative? We don't know. Okay, what will happen when negative integer divided by positive? We also don't know. What will happen when positive integer is divided by negative integer? You don't know. You only know that what is happen when positive integer is divided by positive, we get positive. So so to learn about this, we have to look on the following table. So let's see. So uh, before studying about the what will happen when negative integer is divided by positive, or positive integer is divided by negative integer, or negative integer is divided by negative, let's see this table. Okay, so uh, that's this table divided into two parts. First is multiplication statement. So multiplication statement, let's take some multiplication statement. So first statements, I can take 2 into -6 is equal to. So I have take the multiplication statement, that 2 into -6. So you have learned about the multiplication of integers. Then how we multiply? So when positive integer is multiplied by negative, then what we do? We multiply them as whole number. So 2 into 6 is 12 and taking minus sign. Okay, so 2 into minus 6 is minus 12. So as I say before that subtraction is inverse operation of multiplication. So this property is related to addition and subtraction. So we also have property related to multiplication and division. So we can say that division is inverse operation of multiplication. Okay, so uh, so we can write minus 12. Okay, minus 12 divided by 2 is equal to minus 6. We can write this because you know about addition and subtraction property. So instead of addition and subtraction, here is multiplication and division. So when 2 getting opposite side, it will get divide. When minus 6 goes to opposite side, it also get divide, means we get, this is first statement. And second statement, what? Minus 12 upon minus 6 is equal to, when minus 6 goes to opposite, what will remain? 2. So by multiplication statement we get 2 division statement. Okay, because division is inverse operation of multiplication. So we can write these two statements. So 2 into minus 6 is equal to minus 12 implies minus 12 divided by 2 is equal to minus 6, means when 2 getting outside, it will get divide, and what will remains? Minus 6. Okay, so by multiplication statement, one multiplication statement, we get two division statement. Okay, so let's take second statement as minus 4 into 5. So what is minus 4 into 5? When negative integer is multiplied by positive, we get negative, and we multiply them as whole number, that is 4 into 5 is 20. Okay, so what these statements we get? Let's third statement, first, second, third. What this statement gives? Minus 20. Okay, this minus 4 goes to opposite side, it will get divide. So minus 20 divided by minus 4, what will remains? 5. So minus 20 divided by minus 4 is equal to 5. Now fourth one, means this statement gives you two statements. Again we also get minus 20, this 5 gets outside, then it will get divided, and what will remains? Minus 4. Okay, so this multiplication statement gives you two division statement. And what is third one? So third statement is let's take minus 8 into minus 9. So when negative integer is multiplied negative, we get positive, and we multiply them as whole number. So 8 9 is 72. So this multiplication statement gives again two division statement. Okay, so what is first? 72. When this minus 8 goes to opposite side, it will get divide, and what will remain? That is minus 9. Okay, and second statement is 72. When this minus 9 goes to opposite side, what will remain? Minus 8. Okay, and let's take fourth statement. So let's fourth statement as let's take 12 into 3. That is when we multiply positive integer by positive, we get positive, and we multiply them as whole number. So 12 3 is what is 12 3 is 36. So this statement also gives you two division statements. So what is that? 36 Divide means this 12 goes to opposite side, it will get divided, and what will remain? 3. And what is number 8? 36. When this 3 goes to opposite side, it will get divided, and what will remain? 12. Okay, so you know about the positive integer is divided by positive integer. We don't know about when what will happen when positive is divided by negative, negative is divided by positive, or negative is divided by negative. You don't know about this, so you can get the information about this by this table. So one by one we take some statements from this statement and explain the remaining properties. So just take, so from statement, from statements 1, 4, okay, from statements 1 and 4. So let's see, what is first statement? Minus 12 divided by 2 gives minus 6. And what is fourth statement? Is minus 20 divided by 5 gives minus 4. What these two statements says? Let's see. When we divide negative integer by positive, we get negative integer. Okay. Second statement, when we divide negative integer by positive, we get negative. Means these two statements says that when we divide negative integer by positive integer, we get negative integer. Okay, so what is first property in division? When we divide negative integer by positive, we get negative integer. So this is first property related to division. Is property 1 is when we divide negative integer by positive integer, we get negative integer. Okay, also this by this two statement we get this property that when we divide negative by positive, we get negative. But how to divide them? So just again see that statement. First is minus 12 whole divided by 2. So how to divide? So divide them as whole number and taking minus sign outside, because every time you don't use multiplication statement. Every time we have not given multiplication statement, so we have given only division statement and we have to divide it. So how to divide? When we divide negative integer by positive, then first divide them as whole number. Means what are the whole numbers? 12 and 2. So first divide them as whole number and taking minus sign outside. So what will get? Minus sign, and 12 upon 2 is 6. So let's look on this. Minus we got this statement by this multiplication statement. Okay, so minus 12 upon 2 is minus 6. But while actual when we divide them, then what we will do? First we divide them as whole number and taking minus sign outside. Okay, so second statement is what? Minus 20 upon 5 is. So divide them as whole number first of all and taking minus sign outside. So we get 20 upon 5 is 4. So these two statements we have got. So when we divide negative integer by positive, first divide them as whole number and taking negative sign outside. So remark 1, that when we divide positive integer negative integer by positive integer, then divide them as whole number and take minus sign outside. Okay, so first remark, what first remark says, when negative integer is divided by positive integer, divide them as whole number and take minus sign outside. So we get the division of two integers. Okay, just this remark we can write in symbolic form. So what is symbolic form? Means you don't have to remember this statement, just symbolic form you have to remember. So what is symbolic form? When we divide negative integer by positive, when we divide negative integer by positive, so minus a upon b, what we will get? We divide them as whole number and taking minus sign outside. So this is very first remark. And what is that? Minus a divided by b gives minus sign outside a divided by b. Okay, this is first remark. So we have got this first remark from these two multiplication statement. So again we will take some other statement from this table and just know about some other remarks. Okay, so this so now take statements from statements. So again we can take some statements. So just take statement number 5 and 6. So you have table before you. So what statement 5 and 6? 72 upon minus 8 is minus 9. Statement 5 is 72 upon minus 6 is minus 9. And what is statement 6? 72 upon minus 9 is minus 8. Okay, so what this statement says, when positive integer is divided by negative, we get negative integer. So statement number 6 also says that when positive integer divided by negative integer, we get negative. So we get property number 2, when we divide positive integer by negative integer, we get negative integer. Okay, this statement we have got from the table, but what we will do when we do actual division? So again I take this statement. So while doing actual division, what we have to do? Divide them, first divide them as whole number, means 72 is whole number, 8 is whole number. First divide them as whole number and taking minus sign outside. And what is 72 upon 8 is 9. So 72 divided by minus 8 gives you minus 9. This is from table and this is from actual division. So what we have to do when we do actual division? So first divide them as whole number and taking minus sign outside. When we divide positive integer by negative integer, first divide them as whole number and take minus sign outside. So we get minus 9. And also second, sixth segment, 72 upon minus 9. So first divide them as whole number taking minus sign outside. So what we will get, minus 72 upon 9 is minus 8. Okay, so we get remark 2. What is remark 2? When we divide positive integer by negative integer, then what we have to do, first divide them as whole number and take minus n outside. So by these two statement we get remark 2, and you can write this in symbolic form, that is symbolic form of remark 2. What is remark 2 says that when we divide positive integer by negative integer, first divide them as whole number and take minus sign outside. So this is symbolic form of remark 2. Okay, now we have got two remarks. So again we take some other statement from the table. So we can take statement number 2 and statement number 3. From statements 2 and 3, second, what is statement 2? This is from table. Okay, so from statement 2, what statement 2 says that when we divide negative integer by negative integer we get positive integer. So statement 3 says that when we divide negative integer by negative integer we get positive integer. Okay, so property 3 is when we divide negative integer by negative integer we get positive integer. Okay, so again I take second statement. Okay, so what we will do when while we do actual division, so first divide them as whole number and taking plus sign outside. So it is not necessary to write plus. If you don't write, it doesn't matter. Okay, so when we divide negative integer by negative integer, first divide them as whole number, that is 12 upon 6, and take positive sign outside. So what is 12 upon 6 is 2. So plus sign doesn't matter, so it is not necessary. So minus 12 upon minus 6 gives you 2. This is from table, this is from actual division. Okay, now statement 3. What is statement 3? Minus 20 upon minus 4. So when we divide negative integer by negative integer, first divide them as whole number and take plus sign outside. So what is 20 upon 4 is 5. Okay, so here we get remark 3. And what is remark 3? When we divide negative integer by negative integer, first divide them as whole number and take plus sign outside. This is remark 3. And what is its symbolic form? Its symbolic form is when we divide negative integer by negative integer, first divide them as whole number and take plus sign outside. So it is not necessary to write sign. So what is the remark 3 is minus a upon minus a, that is a upon b. Okay, so by this lecture we have got 3 remarks. And what are that 3 remarks? Actually these are properties of division. Okay, so when a is divided by minus b, so it implies minus a upon b. When minus a is divided by b, we write minus sign outside, a upon b. So and third is minus a upon minus b, it gives you only this. Okay, these are 3 property. When means what we have got here, that when What will happen when positive integer divided by negative? This. What will happen when negative integer is divided by positive? This. What will happen when negative integer is divided by negative? Okay, so you know about this division of, means you understood about this division of integers. Okay, so these properties are very important, and these properties we will use while solving the example. Okay, so just understand these properties. Okay, in next lecture we will learn about the properties of division. Okay, thank you.